Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the What's Running You podcast. Here we are. I'm actually upstairs in the house, a little different location. Missing the guitars behind me. I've got one over there, but missing it a bit. But here we go. All right, so we're on our journey. We're on our hero's journey. We're going into step 4. And this step is called Takes Action and Faces Obstacles. So this is like I was saying last week, we're in the meat of the story now. This is where it really gets good and gets hard, So let's look over the 5 steps of the What's Running You Hero's Journey. Step 1, a character wants something. Step 2, goes on an adventure to get it. Step 3, meets a guide and makes a plan. Step 4, takes action and faces obstacles. Step 5, wins the battle and comes back home transformed. So we've gone through the first one. We know what we want. We know what our vision is. Step 2, we've gone on an adventure to get it. We've left our comfort zone. We've accepted this call to adventure. We have our why. We made our intention to do it. And then step 3, meet a guide and makes a plan. We found people to help us on this journey, and we've created a plan now to do it. So now, what do? Now we have to do it. That's the key. We gotta, like it says, we gotta take action and faces obstacles. So what we do is, in the last one, we kind of had these 3 milestones that we hit. Our acts, our Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. The major things that we need to hit, the major actions we need to accomplish. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out all the little actions that we need to hit that first milestone. So we're going to write down everything that we need to do to hit that first goal, and we're going to start tackling those. Something I do, which I love, and I should do a whole other podcast about this sometime, is I kind of like the act things. I break things down into threes, like I do like I break things into quarters, and so I kind of do like a quarter review when I get there, and then each week I do a review, and I pick the 3 things that I need to get done that week, and I write them on a whiteboard. And it's called a weekly review, but then if I do it at the beginning of the month, I kind of look over the whole month and kind of change up things like that. So that's one of the things I do, is I pick the 3 most important things I need to get done that week. And then I also did a video a couple of years ago about my today list, which is kind of a list of things I need to get done, the results I want to see, and the things I need in the place, also the meeting stuff. I put it all in one place. And in that list, I pick the top 3. So I kind of know what for the week I want to get done, the top 3, and then each day I kind of do my top 3. My first one's always my workout prep, but then the other 2 are those things that are connected to the board generally. I mean, sometimes there's one that's not, but so that's how I do it. I make a list of those things I need to get done, and then I start prioritizing those, and I make sure the week I'm getting them done, and then the day, then I'm hitting my big 3 that day. So that's kind of how I look at action. And I schedule them. Man, if it's like my big 3, they're scheduled. They're not just tasks. I try to, 90% of the time I block out some time in the schedule for them. So that's kind of how I do the actions. And now the obstacles. I think that's one of the areas where viewing this as a hero's journey and a story has been the most helpful for me. It's just like, what makes a great story is that you have to overcome obstacles. So you need to know that whatever you're going after, there's going to be obstacles. That's literally the thing growing you. Like I said, if it didn't, it would probably already be in your life. So knowing that obstacles are coming, like I'll just tell myself, and I usually know, like when I start something, like I'll probably have a moment or 2 of like good days, and then all of a sudden something's going to hit me because I'm like tired, or with this one, the exercise is actually pretty dialed into me. It's still hard for me to like get up super early, so I prefer to exercise really early. So that's something I'm still working on. I'm pretty good most of the time, but like right now it's summer, my schedule's a little off, but if I can get in really early and get my workout in, but I've actually gotten past a lot of the obstacles of that, and now I really enjoy it. The eating thing for me is so tough, you know, because I don't, it's where I go for stress. Like if I'm stressed out, I don't really like, go for, I don't really, I mean, like I don't make myself a cocktail. I mean, I like a good cocktail, but it's not like when I'm stressed, like I go for food. So that's hard for me because it's where I go. And like I said, I have the eating habits of like a little kid. It sucks so bad. So I'm trying to get better about that and eating more foods, but that's the hard one for me. So I have to know these obstacles are coming. Like I have to know, like in this thing, I know like I get stressed, man, I'm gonna want to eat bad. I'm gonna want to graze and just keep eating. So I have to be careful of that and just know where my obstacles are. And like I need to stay pretty full, and make sure I'm getting enough protein that's kind of satiating for me. So I think that's really key. It's just knowing your obstacles. So it's like, just like I write out a list of actions I need to make, I write out a list of obstacles. What obstacles am I going to face? Internal and external, So that is a really key thing. It's just knowing obstacles are coming, knowing that's so you're just not caught off guard. You're like, yeah, okay, this means I'm in the story. This means I'm in here, and this is what happens. So just even knowing that is really helpful for me. It's like, you don't just freak out like, oh, this isn't meant for me. It's like, no, this is what it is. This is what it is to like make something happen. So that is step 4. Takes action, faces obstacles. You're going to face obstacles. It's coming. It's going to happen. Be ready. Write them down. There's going to be some that are going to come that you're not expecting, but just knowing they're coming, building that strength. It's all about building that muscle day in, day out, just getting a little stronger. In the book, I talk about my buddy Jeff, who's a personal trainer. He just, he would say, like, put money in the bank. Just every day, just like put some money in the bank. You may take a little money out of the bank, but make sure you're putting a little bit more in. So just put money in the bank, build that little habit, and then all of a sudden that compounds, and you've got a nice little account going. So takes action, faces obstacles. Here we go, we're in it. And now we've got, next week we get to celebrate. But this is where the real work's done in this one. Like this is where it sucks and where it's great. So just, you've got this, make a list of actions, tackle them, prioritize them, make sure you're getting the important ones done, and make a list of the obstacles and know they're coming. Find out the best ways, like if there's internal stuff you need to look at, because maybe you've got some internal stuff as well to kind of dive into some of those obstacles. But just know they're coming, they're part of the process, and try to get some strategies around them. And you will get there. So, all right, here we go. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Have a great day.